The objective of this lesson is to multiply two multi-digit decimal numbers using the partial products algorithm. When multiplying decimals, the whole number 1 times a tenth equals a tenth. A tenth times a tenth equals a hundredth. A hundredth times a hundredth equals a 10,000ths. As we can see in this pattern, the sum of the number of decimal places in the factors is the same as the number of decimal places in the product of the number. Factors are the numbers multiplied together in a multiplication problem. The product is the answer to a multiplication problem. Wool is often sold by the pound. Each pound of wool costs $1.15. Imagine you need 2 2/10 pounds of wool, which you will process, spin into yarn, and knit into a hat. How much will you pay for the wool? We can use partial products to solve this problem. The factors in the problem are $1.15 and 2 2/10. We will multiply one digit by the factor on the bottom, by each digit in the factor on the top, and record each partial product below the line. 2/10 times 5/100 equals 10,000ths. 2/10 times 1/10 equals 2/100. 2/10 times 1 equals 2/10. Now we will multiply by the other digit on the bottom factor. 2 times 5/100 equals 10/100. 2 times 1/10 equals 2/10. 2 times 1 equals 2. The partial products can then be added for the total product. We need to check for the correct decimal placement in the total product. The number of decimal place values in the total product is the same as the sum of the decimal place values from the two factors. 2 2/10 pounds of wool costs $2.53. Multiplication of decimals can be done without paying attention to the decimal and thinking of the numbers as whole numbers. Turn 1 15/100 into 115 over 100 and 2 2/10 into 22 over 10. The product of the factors is 2,530 over 1,000, or $2.53. Let's solve another problem. The living room is a rectangle with a length of 15 25 feet and a width of 9 5/10 feet. What is the total area of the living room? To find the area of a rectangle, we need to multiply the length and the width. Multiplication of decimals can be done without paying attention to the decimal. So we will think of the factors as 1,525 and 95. We will use the partial products algorithm and start with the first digit of the bottom factor. 5 times 5 equals 25. 20 times 5 equals 100. 500 times 5 equals 2,500. 1,000 times 5 equals 5,000. Now we will multiply by the second digit of the bottom factor. 5 times 90 equals 450. 20 times 90 equals 1,800. 500 times 90 equals 45,000. 1,000 times 90 equals 90,000. We know we have the correct number of partial products by looking at the two factors. The top factor has 4 digits and the bottom factor has 2 digits. 4 times 2 equals 8, so we should have 8 partial products. Adding the partial products gives us a total of 144,875. Now we need to correctly place the decimal point. The number of decimal place values in the total product is the same as the sum of the decimal place values from the two factors. In this problem, the first factor has 2 decimal place values, while the second factor has 1 decimal place value. The factors have a total of 3 decimal place values, so our answer also needs 3 decimal place values. The total area of the living room is 144 875,000 square feet. The objective for this lesson was to multiply two multi-digit decimal numbers using the partial products algorithm. We met this objective by multiplying decimal numbers with the partial products algorithm paying special attention to where we should place the decimal point in our answer.